Hello mga ka-Englishera at mga ka-Englishera! Welcome back to another learning session with me, Ma'am Chat. So, natagalan na naman bago tayo makapag-upload dahil busy na naman sa mga gawain sa school. Pero ngayon, nagkaroon tayo ng time. So, welcome! Ang ating lesson ngayon ay different text types. Pero bago tayo mag-start, gusto muna mag-thank you sa lahat ng mga nag-subscribe sa aking channel, sa mga nanonood. Thank you so much sa mga positive feedback. Halos everyday nakakabasa ako ng mga positive feedback. And also, thank you so much sa mga kasama kong mga guro sa DepEd. So, ang dami ko nakikilala ng mga teachers na galing sa iba't ibang division. So, salamat po dahil nakikita nyo ng aking channel ay kapaki-pakinabang at nagugustuhan nyo yung mga presentation na ginagamit ko. So, may mga humihingi ng kopya ng aking presentation. So, thank you po for the appreciation at sana po ipatuloy nyo yung suportahan ng aking channel. So, ayun, umpisahan na natin ang ating discussion. Let's go! Text types: expository, persuasive, narrative, descriptive, and instructional. Let us first define text. A text is a language unit with a definable communicative function, can be spoken or written. Let us now have the different types of text. The first one is expository. The main purpose of this type of writing is to explain. In expository writing, the author focuses on telling or explaining a given topic or subject. So, pag sinabi natin expository text, siya ay nag-explain, nagpapaliwanag ng isang topic. In-explain niya kung bakit nangyayari ang isang bagay or paano nangyayari ang isang bagay. Highlights: it has facts and figures. So, pag sinabi natin expository text, siya ay non-fiction. Organized in a logical order and in proper sequence. It explains the subject. Let us have an example of expository text. The elephant is the largest and the strongest of all living animals. It has thick legs, small tail, pale eyes, large ears, long white tusks, and a long nose which is its trunk. Elephants are found in India and in Africa. They live in herds in jungles. The elephant is a very intelligent animal and has great strength. Elephants can carry heavy loads. They live their lives entirely on leaves of trees, grass, and roots. So in this example, nag-provide siya ng information tungkol sa elephants. So this is an example of expository text. Kasi nabibigay lang siya ng information. The purpose is to explain, to inform. The next type is persuasive or argumentative. The main purpose of this type of writing is to convince. It contains the opinions, thoughts, and biases of the author. The writer uses justifications, arguments, and reasons to make the readers agree to his or her points. Highlights: it asks the readers to do something for the situation. It has reasons, arguments, and justification. So, pag sinabi natin persuasive or argumentative, ang keyword dito is to convince. So, i-convince ka rito ng writer na mag-agree sa stand niya or sa kanyang opinion. Siyempre, as the writer, kailangan mag-present siya ng evidence, ng mga reasons, justification para mapaniwala niya or ma-convince niya yung mga readers na i-take din yung stand niya. So, areas of usage, saan ba ginagamit to? So, examples natin ay sa mga speeches, cover letters, editorial pieces, letters of complaints, letters of recommendation, newspaper opinion, review, critical analysis, business idea, and commercials o yung mga ads. We have here examples for persuasive or argumentative text. The first one is, our store has the lowest prices and the best collection of footwear in the entire town. Visit us today for a great experience. Next, an Element mattress is the most comfortable one you will ever sleep on. Highly recommended by doctors. Give yourself a peaceful sleep today. So, in these examples, the writer is trying to convince the readers to buy the product. The third type of text is descriptive. The main purpose of this type of writing is to describe. It focuses on describing a character, a place, an event, an object, or an action. There is a very slight difference between expository and descriptive writing styles. The descriptive writing style is more detailed, personal, and subjective. So pag sinabi nating descriptive, nagde-describe ang isang tao, bagay, hayop, pangyayari. Highlights. It uses figures of speech. The writer makes the readers feel, hear, and visualize the situation the way he wants. So, subjective ito. So, kung paano nakikita ng writer yung isang tao, bagay, hayop, pangyayari, di-describe niya yon. Tapos, ikaw as the reader, para nakikita mo sa isip mo yung dinidescribe niya. Kung baga, nabivisualize mo, may picture ka na nakikita sa isip mo. It describes places, people, events, situation, or locations in a highly detailed manner. So, detailed siya. Gumagamit siya ng adjectives. We have the areas of usage or yung mga examples natin. Poetry, novels, diaries, plays, journals. Let us have the example for descriptive text. A grand exhibition was held in the town. The first impression on entering the ground was of walking in some fairyland. The vast space was decorated with so many colorful lights. The stalls there were like small shops and they had all the needful items. All types of amusements could be seen there. The children were enjoying the ride on merry-go-round, the giant wheel, railway train, and other. The excitement and joy could be seen easily. So, in this example, the writer is describing his visit to the exhibition. Gumamit siya ng mga adjectives kagaya ng vast, colorful, small. And i-describe niya kung ano yung nakita niya sa exhibition and even kung ano yung mga nararamdaman ng mga tao sa paligid. The next type is narrative. The main purpose of this type of writing is to tell or narrate a story. The writer creates different characters and tells you what happens to them. The writer uses the first-person narration. Narrative writing is mostly personal, imaginative, and self-expressing. So, ang keywords dito ay narrate and tell a story. So, nagkikwento ka dito, first person. Ikaw yung nagkikwento, so gagamit ka ng I. Highlights, the inclusion of dialogues, use of metaphor, imaginative language, and figure of speech. Addition of emotional words. Have a beginning, interval, and ending. So, syempre, dahil story siya, ikwento mo kung paano nagsimula, ano nangyari, paano natapos. The inclusion of plot structure. So, kung napag-aralan mo na yung plot structure, di ba, meron tayong introduction, tapos ano pa yung mga susunod na part, meron din tayong climax, meron tayong resolution. So, dapat kompleto. Even conflict, meron din. Characterization. Syempre, sa isang storya, dapat merong characters. Even the setting, saan nangyari, kailan nangyari, theme, and also gagamit ka ng transitions para maipakita mo yung sunod-sunod na pangyayari. Halimbawa, ano yung unang nangyari? Next, anong sumunod? Then, anong sumunod? So, ang mga examples natin for narrative writing ay novels, short stories, poetry, fairy tales, autobiographies, anecdotes, screen scripts, play, legends, and songs. Let us have the example for narrative text. It was a hot sunny day. I finally visited Disneyland. It was a dreamland. I always wanted to visit there. Being there, it was like a dream come true experience. On entering, the very first thing that I said, "Oh wow, what a wonderful place." People were walking and enjoying their time with all the Disney characters. Children over there were so happy and excited. I think it is a must-visit place for everyone. So the writer is sharing his or her personal experience and emotions. So sabi ko nga kanina, first person, kaya gumamit siya ng I. The last type is instructional. The main purpose of this type of writing is to give instructions or to tell how to do or create something. So, ang purpose ito ay magbigay ng instructions, turuan kang gawin ng isang bagay. Highlights. Title indicates the process described. Normally, ang mga title nito ay merong how to. Halimbawa, how to cook adobo, how to operate a computer. Includes resource equipment list or ingredients kapag ka recipe. It includes step-by-step process. So, meron ka makikita na number 1, or step 1, step 2, step 3. And then, it uses imperatives. So, in-instruct niya kung ano gagawin. Imperatives, halimbawa, the first one is prepare the ingredients. Magluluto. And then, number 2, turn on the stove. So, ganon, imperatives. And then, it may include organizational devices such as bullet points or numbers, diagrams, or pictures. So, pwede rin siyang samahan ng mga pictures or diagrams para mas madaling maintindihan. Ang mga examples nito ay sa manual, sa mga cookbook. So, we have here the example, how to make chocolate chip cookies. So, ayan, meron tayong mga steps 1 to 5. Number 1, whisk together the flour, baking soda, and salt in a bowl. Number 2, in another bowl, mix together the butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla. 3, combine the wet and dry ingredients. 4, add chocolate chips. And 5, bake in the oven for 375 degrees for 12 minutes. So, ayan, ang example ng instructional text. Okay, so, remember, para malaman mo yung pagkakaiba-iba ng bawat type of text na yan, para hindi ka malito, pag sinabing descriptive, puts a picture in your head. Nagdi-describe, gumagamit ng adjectives. Pag instructional, tells you how to do something. Paano gawin ng isang bagay, may mga steps. And also, yung mga resources or equipment na kailangan ay sasabihin sa'yo. Persuasive, wants audience to agree. Ko-convince ka na gawin ng isang bagay, bilhin ng isang bagay, or mag-agree sa stand ng writer. Narrative, tells a story. Nagkikwento, first person. Ikaw as the writer, ikaw ang nagkikwento, so gagamit ka ng I. And then, expository explains something. So, expository, nag-explain siya. Siya ay based sa facts. So, hindi ka pwede magbigay dito ng opinion mo. Kailangan like ka lang nakabase sa totoong information. So, yun lang ang kailangang tandaan. Kung nalilito ka sa descriptive at expository, kasi kagaya kanina, nagdi-describe din halos. Ang lagi mo lang tatandaan is the purpose. Although mayroong description sa mga expository, iba ang purpose niya. Nag-explain siya ng isang topic. Sa descriptive naman, nagdi-describe siya. At subjective ito. Kasi base sa kung ano yung opinion mo ron sa nakikita mo, yun yung isusulat mo. Pero ang expository, based ka lang sa facts. So, ayan, nakatapos na naman tayo ng isang learning session. I hope ay may natutunan kayo. At kung meron kayong mga comments or mga suggestions sa mga topic na gusto nyo i-discuss, i-suggest nyo lang. At kapag may time ako, gagawin ko yan agad-agad. At kapag may mga tanong naman kayo, mag-comment lang kayo. At minsan naman, kapag yung mga tanungan ay medyo mahaba, pwede nyo naman ako i-message sa aking Facebook account. So, kung ano yung pangalan ko rito, yun din naman. So, para kung may mga tanong kayo at marami yan, pipilitin kong sagutin lahat. So, ayun lang. Thank you ulit sa mga sumusuporta sa aking channel. Sana huwag kayo magsasawa at patuloy niyo akong suportahan. Enjoy learning, keep learning, bye! O baka makalimutan mo pa, like, share, subscribe!